Discover the heart of our history at the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. Now open with new weekend hours, Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Located at 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard in Los Angeles, our museum showcases the brilliance and ingenuity of foundational Black American culture, along with the richness of global Black culture. Come in, explore our displays, and shop for books, films, and other unique items that celebrate our legacy. Also, be sure to look out for our popular special events. For more information, visit hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
We're in the building. Everybody hop on in. Let's go ahead and get the live cracking. Let's get this live cracking, and I am in the building. I am your host, Tariq Nasheed. Give myself a round of applause. What's going on, man? We're here. We're in the building. Glad to have everybody tuning in. Just waiting on everybody to pile on in here. And I hope you guys are having a great week so far. The weekend is here. I hope you guys are going to have a safe weekend. If you are in LA, come on through to the Hidden History Museum here in Los Angeles. Come on through tomorrow. We'll be open all day. Well, from 11 to 4. So y'all come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, join us. And also we're going to have an event at the museum Saturday, September 14th. Comedy, great food, drinks, the whole nine is going to be real fly. The tickets for that go on sale tomorrow. So if you are in LA or you're close to LA, come on down and kick it and party with us and vibe and mix and mingle with us and be around like-minded people that's on the same positive page, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get some calls in a minute. We're just waiting on everybody to pile on through. People are coming on in the room. Talking about the DNC convention that's been going on all week. What's up, Nikki the God? I see you. So what the hell I got up there? So the DNC convention is still going on, and boy, they are finessing people. Are they finessing people to watch the DNC convention, guys? They made the DNC put the rumor out that Beyonce was going to perform. They put out this rumor that there was going to be a secret performance, a secret special guest, and they had their operatives and shills going out here to social media hinting that it was going to be Beyonce. That was something that the DNC did. That was a finesse. TMZ even straight up and down said she was performing. You know, TMZ is clicked in with the DNC. You know, they're a very liberal publication. So, and in TMZ, they just apologized. They put up an apology tweet, but it was all a finesse from the beginning. Pretending that Beyonce was going to be there so that people would tune in. They put that rumor out a few days ago, actually. That was the DNC doing that. This is how desperate they are. They're the ones who started the rumor. Because when the rumor started, they would have came out and said, well, no, that's not true. She's not performing. Nobody said that. They just kept the rumor going in order to finesse views. So these are signs of desperation. These are some desperation signs that they're doing. They ain't talking about no policies or nothing. They ain't talking about no policies. It's a lot of sizzle and no steak. They're putting a lot of performances out there. And you can only throw them smoke screens out for so long. That's just not going to work. Eventually, people are going to say, hey, man, where are the policies? What is she going to do politically? What is she going to do politically? And another thing they did, they brought out the Central Park 5. Did y'all see that? And I didn't watch. I watched hardly none of it. I really didn't watch it. I'm looking at with the volume down. I got the TV on now. There's just clips of Kamala in her little black chopper suit, but you know her little ill-fitting suits. Them suits be looking. You know, they try to make her look tough with the pantsuits, and she looked like a goddamn disco queen with them little polyester suits. But they brought out the Central Park 5. and this is something I got to put y'all on game about. So they brought the Central Park Five out, and their whole thing was throwing shots at Trump for putting out that ad in the 1990s. And the ad didn't specifically name them, I don't think, but it was an ad taking shots at them on damn near some subliminals about the death penalty and all of this stuff. And, a lot of people have kind of ragged Trump about that, putting out that ad, taking out a full-page ad. Was it the New York Post, one of those big publications in New York, taking a shot at the Central Park Five, and later found out that they were basically innocent. So they got on the DNC convention today. They were up there with Sharpton taking shots at Trump. How many of y'all saw that? If you saw that, raise your hand. If you saw that, raise your hand. What's up, Sir Major? I see you, player. Here's the thing about that. And I put up this tweet. Here's the thing. See, this is what I don't like about what the Democrats try to do. The only time they acknowledge any form of racism is if they can just dump it on the right wingers. Yeah, there's some racism from the right wingers, but there's racism from the left too. You're just as culpable. And I don't play that game where you're going to stand up here and just throw all the racism on them. Because if we're going to be honest, they can't sit up there and put all the blame on Trump for the whole Central Park Five thing. Because what they try to do is make it seem like Trump was actually responsible for them getting locked up. That's not necessarily the case. What they're not telling you, it was the Democrats that got them dudes hemmed up like that. Family, that DA, Linda Fairstein, she was a Democrat. I put the tweet up. Now the Democrats kind of got salty about it. And I'm like, wait a minute, no, no, no. Y'all sitting up here talking about Trump and the Central Park Five. It was the Democrats back then throwing them brothers under the bus. Linda Feinstein, or Linda Fairstein, not only is she a Democrat, she's a major Democrat donor. I put up her donor list where she was donating to Hillary Clinton, donating to Obama. All of them are speaking at the DNC, remember? These are people from the DNC who got money from the woman who had them locked up and locked down. They're not going to wiggle out of this and then point the finger at somebody else. They are complicit in it. And let me tell you something about the Democrats, man, because they like to play this little game of hot potato with racism. Let me tell you something. In the 90s, it was starting in the late 80s, early 90s, the Democrats started this whole demonizing of black men so that they can be tough on crime. What they did, they saw in 1988, there was a guy named Dukakis, I think Michael Dukakis, who was running against Bush. And the Bush administration, they put out this ad about a guy named Willie Horton. It's a very infamous political ad and strategy. It's called the Willie Horton strategy now. It's like studied in political science. But there was this black man who was released early from jail, and then he killed some white people. And boy, the right wingers milked that and put it on Dukakis, put it on his policies. I don't know if, I think it was something about Dukakis's policies helped let the man get out early, and then he killed some white people. So Bush and those guys ran with that Willie Horton thing, and they had the black man looking real niggerish in the ads, eyes bucking, looking just crazy as cat shit. So they ran those ads, and that killed Dukakis's career. I mean, it blew him out the water. It just buried his career. This was in 1988. So the Democrats said, okay, we can't let that happen again, because that's a new strategy that they're going to run with. So we have to act like we're tough on crime too, so that we don't lose some of these white voters. We got to be tough on crime too. So that's why the Clintons, remember, people, we sit up here talking about the Clintons, first black president or whatever. Remember, Hillary Clinton was on that super predator stuff back in the 90s. Y'all remember she was giving those super predator speeches talking about black kids and the crime bill, Biden's crime bill, all of that stuff, late 80s, early 90s. Bill Clinton and all of the three strikes. You see what I'm saying? So they started to say, hey, we're going to be tough on crime too. We'll show you, we'll be tougher on crime with those Negroes. And all of the Democrats were on that vibe, just smashing down on black people. Tough on crime, meaning let's smash down on the blacks. All these gangsters and crack dealers. That's when the crack sentencing was all crazy. Remember those Rockefeller laws and all those stuff? That stuff where white boys got all types of powdered cocaine everywhere. But if a brother had a crack rock, that brother's getting 20, 30 years for a rock, a $5 rock. They started making all of these draconian laws towards black people. It was the damn Democrats and the liberal media. They were in on it too. The whole wolf pack thing. Remember, with the Central Park Five, the media out there in New York, which was liberal, they were using terms like wilding. They're going around wilding. And they're like wolf packs. It was a white liberal writer, what's his name? Peter Hamill. Pete Hamill, I think that's his name. He came up with that whole wolf pack thing, late 80s, around the Central Park Five. They were making it like these are like animalistic kids running around raping and killing. The Democrats were doing that. Don't ever forget that. That was the Democrats doing that. Don't let them point the finger at Trump. And by the way, at the time, Trump was a Democrat. All right. Since they want to play that game, Trump was a Democrat, lockstep and loaded with them. You see, don't let them play these games. See, sometimes people get short memories, and they understand people get short memories, and they sit up here and act like their hands were clean all along. No, they were not. It was Democrats who threw the Central Park Five under the bus. And there was a lot of that stuff going on up there in New York. There was a whole wave of them kind of being on this thing where they would smash down on black people. There was that whole anti-black wave that was coming from the left. Bernard Getz was a white man who killed some black men on a subway, and all the liberal white people in New York were applauding that. This was in the mid 80s. And the whole Yusuf Hawkins situation that happened up there in Bensonhurst. All of this stuff was going on in the late 80s, early 90s. There was a big anti-black wave going on up there in New York. It was a major anti-black wave that the white liberal media and all the Democrats were pushing up there. So yeah, don't let them try to play in your face about the Central Park Five and then just point the finger at Trump putting out an ad. Trump didn't have any political power. He wasn't in political office then. Those Democrats were, and they were the ones prosecuting those brothers unjustly. All right? This is why we need to understand history out here. Let me get some of these calls in here. Let's get Tigray. Got an Ethiopian cat, I'm assuming. Tigray, what's happening, man? Hop on, Tigray. Hop on, man. We ain't got all day. Hop on, Tigray. While we're waiting on this dude to hop on in here, let's get DJ Genesis in the building.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, DJ. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So today I interviewed the Olawole, Ifakunle, chief of Oyotunji, and I was telling him about this FBA movement,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to the UN coming up, I think, like either next month. And I suggested possibly if you might be interested in actually like joining them because that's where all the money's at, right? All the kings and everybody go to the UN and discuss what their issues is. One of the issues they're going to be talking about is reparations to the UN. So I did mention your movement to him, and I wanted to see if we could possibly set up a Zoom call to help you guys generate some funds for the FBA movement, go to the UN, actually discuss the movement, and like kind of join forces.
Well, yeah. Let me see what they're, because I don't know them. I have no idea who they are, what the ideologies are, so I can't commit to anything that I don't know. Because a lot of these folks pop up and they want to, hey, let's hook up, and I don't know what their ideologies are. So let me see something about what they're talking about, what their objective is. Because this, to be honest, they sound like Pan-Africanist.
Well,
And
they kind of are, but the
right, and
thing is,
that's the thing. See, that's the thing. I'm not clicking up with folks who's going to undermine what we're doing, because what happens is we get around these folks and they got the Pan African thing going, and we start talking about what we're supposed to get, and they're like, "Well, all black people is supposed to get something," and then we're
well,
in a
they're talking
pickle.
about reparations in general for the black people. So
Okay, so that's something else. We're right now we're focused on reparations
not
from the.
just not Africans, but I'm saying like, but for the Black Americans, they're going
Uh,
to the UN to try to get them involved with
but
the
they're at,
reparations.
but they're African kings living over here. They're claiming some type of African sovereignty, right?
Yeah, that the Oyatunji village is a sovereign nation
Right,
inside of America. Yeah.
right. See, this is why let me see what they're talking about. Let me see what's on their website, stuff like this. Because again, cats get to saying some weird stuff and some different stuff, and we ain't on the same page. So I want to see what all they're talking about, and I'm all for building with everybody. But do they have a website?
Oyotunji has a website, and but I want to. I could like I said, I was going to set up a Zoom. You can like actually communicate with each other and
Right, right. Well,
really
let me.
see what their ideals are, and also when it comes down to it, like getting land, all that stuff like that that people are always talking about they want to do, and like I said, going to the UN. That's where all the money is that could fund whatever kind of movement you're trying to do. We're always talking about, well, we need the funds. We need to like be able to
What
lobby
fund?
and
Wait, slow. What funds from the UN? What money is coming from the UN?
well, the people that have the money are at the or go to the UN. The all the people that got money.
No, they don't. I don't. No, I don't know, sis. What does that mean? No, people
Like
don't
for
go to the
instance,
UN for. They don't go to the UN for money.
well, you know how you like to when you network with people and they got money. There are a lot of the people with money are at the UN, so they're able to
Okay.
like tap into different funds from different places and be able to fund what they're trying to do.
Okay. No. No. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, sister. All right. No. 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 You don't get money at the UN. There's no money at the UN, and you gonna meet some people at the UN with some money. What? See, this is why I really don't jump on calls with just everybody, because people be having random spoon ass ideas. No, see, sister, you couldn't even really articulate that. That's why I don't be jumping on calls and jumping on everybody's vibe and wave, because I don't know what people are on. You don't get no money at the UN. This is why, yeah, everybody. That's why I'm like, let me see what this person's website looks like. Let me read what you're about, just to give me a clear idea. Because when people start talking, well, I got an organization with the Oyatunde tribe, and what we do, we're squatting on land. We don't own it, but we squatting on it because it's owed to us, and we've been squatting here for 15 years. Now, some people call us homeless, but I call us sovereign. And what I want to talk to you about is clicking up, and then we go get some money from the UN. Okay. Oh, Lord, man. No, we gotta screen people. We can't sit down with everybody. We can't sit down with everybody, because people come to me with ideas. I hate when people be hitting me up. Hey, Tariq, we got to talk. This is very important. It's real important. I can't tweet it on Twitter. I can't tweet it now. We need to talk, because this I got some real special here. This is some deep stuff right here. We need to talk about here. This stuff gets you in trouble with the government. We need to talk. And we talk on the phone, and then it's some random spoons bullshit. Now listen. I'm glad you called me. Now, first of all, I got all the hidden colors. I really appreciate those. But listen here, listen. I got something that's gonna change this game, and we is gonna get reparations. Listen, I'm from a planet called Sputnik. All right, I am not from Earth. I look like an Earthling, but I am not. I've traveled here 13,000 years ago. I'm 14,000 years old. All right. I use a lot of sea moss and honey. When you use sea moss and honey, that preserves your melanin. A lot of folks don't know that. That's the secret here. That's the secret. That's the secret right there. Honey and sea moss. So I'm going to start, and it's special sea moss that I bought from my planet. Okay. My planet has special radioactive sea moss. I brought it with me as a child. All right. I need you to invest. I need you to carry it at the Hidden History Museum. I want to set up a booth at the Hidden History Museum and we sells it. I give you 40% of the profits. And I'll give you and we're gonna use that for gas money for my spaceship. Like, God damn. I'm like, I'm on the phone, like, what the fuck? Oh God, man. These Renum Spoons is Renum Spoons ass ideas. What's up, Biden?
Hey, what's up, Tariq? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it. I had two questions. I remember you saying that you were thinking about making a Dr. Francis Cress Welsing documentary.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you thought about making an actual movie, like just like get an actress and?
No, 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 no. It would be better if it's a documentary because I can get all the people that were influenced by her, all the people that learned under her. That would be more effective. I think a documentary about her life would definitely be way, way more effective.
Okay, bet. My second question is, have you heard from Charlemagne or the Breakfast Club people to get you on, man? Like, cause they always get Umar, but I think Umar's very this all-inclusive Pan-Africanism, which is not really, you know, uh, like it's not like on the FBA lineage talk conversation, which is
Yeah.
very deep. He's very just kind of all over the place. I think that's why they like to get him because he's not really effective. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So, have you heard from Charlemagne at all? And that's it.
I haven't. I've been talking. I'm cool with Charlamagne. I haven't heard from him in years, but I'm still cool with him. But they can reach out to me if they want to holler at me. They know how to find me. So, that's what it is. You got that baby on here. Every time I see this picture of these of Krishan Rock's
No,
baby.
I changed my picture, bro. You don't see it. It's not.
No, it's you still got the picture of the baby. Get that baby off that thing.
Oh, all right,
Change that picture.
all right.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. All right.